Game time, Brian. Hey, Mark, is that the guy coming on? Hey, Mark, you can bring DFW and the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and it won't matter. You haven't done dick in 30 years. The Pet Rock and the Chia Pet were more famous than Dallas in the last 25 years. Who are you kidding? The Chia Pet is more famous than the Cowboys in the last 30 years. The Chia Pet.
Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Rise and grind. Yes, rise and grind on this Friday. Friday. Thank God it's Friday. It is Friday. For me as well, yes. Had to take tomorrow off to drop the wife at the airport early in the morning. She is going to Cali to see her aunt. San Francisco to be exact. Well, she don't live in San Francisco, but she's flying into San Francisco. And then I think it's Moraga. Put in the comments if you know where Moraga is. Going to see her aunt for a week. So game time's gonna be alone with the dogs and still got a full house full of people. So, yes. So I'm off tomorrow. And then my days off are obviously Sunday and then Monday. So 3-day weekend coming up. You know what that means? A lot of live streaming. But before we get into this video, I want to do a shout out to one of the original OG members. Yes. My bad. Twiz the Jigger. You know, brother. Come on. You know me. I have been lax with getting to the shout outs in the chat. The numbers have picked up, but that is no excuse, Twiz. That is on me. And I don't blame you for being annoyed. So my apologies. This is what happens. I've been doing a lot of channel member Zooms and I would like to see you on there, but I'm not going to tell nobody, you have to be on the Zoom call. It would be cool. Like I finally got Ultra on the Zoom call, right, Twiz? So Twiz the Jigger, we've talked a lot, bro. Ultimately, you got to be happy. You got to do what you got. But I appreciate you, and you're one of the OGs. I do have to change some of my goals are, I'm going to try and work on it this weekend. I want to make some custom emojis. I do want to do that, and switch up some of the emojis, but it takes time. It's not something that's just real easy. But my apologies, Twiz. You're very valued. I need guys like you, a part of the channel. You especially, you've been there since the beginning. Tried reaching out to JoJo Gonzalez. I fear the worst. She did tell me she's taking care of her sister, but I sure hope nothing bad happened to JoJo. Tommy Montoya, I believe he passed away. So, again, I do value, especially people that were here day one, Twiz. I do value you, brother. So I will be better. I try and tell the Zoom call guys to make sure they look at the chat. But once they start talking, if you notice, I try and cut people off. At least for the super chats. But it's a fine line when people are just want to talk and not take a breath. There's a few guys when they're on the Zoom call, they don't take a breath. Okay, and they don't realize that the show's not all about them. It is a channel member Zoom, but it has to be all-encompassing. So, Twiz, I'll do better, bro. Email me, GameTimeBrian@gmail.com. I can get back to the chat, but sometimes I'm a little delayed. I saw it this morning, so email me next time, bro. So, you're pissing me off. Acknowledge me. I'll acknowledge you, bro. I do know this. I'm a channel member on actually too many channels, Twiz, too many. And I go on Big Sills, and he never says shit to me, and I got a channel member next to me. So I know how you feel. It's annoying. So I don't go on there anymore. I hadn't seen you on a lot as of late, though, Twiz. I know I'm small potatoes. I do know that when it comes to the shit. See, I try and keep it cool. I don't do enough shit talking, so I know some people don't like that. Big Sills likes to play both sides of the fence. Don't be fooled, Twiz. If the Eagles have 10 wins and are out in the first round this year or something like that, he gonna throw you under the bus. You know that, right? Now, Xander, I'll give credit. Xander will shout out. I like Xander. Xander will definitely shout out. So I gotta be better shouting out the channel members, especially OGs like Twiz the Jigga. Sorry, bro. Circling back, Vinny Hagen. Vinny. What's up, brother? We need to get you on the Zoom call. We need to do something to get you out to Vegas to hang out with Randy McIntyre and Oscar Perini. Come on now. But anyway, what do we want to talk about this morning? The love with the Dallas Cowboys. Again, I'm excited. Hamid every morning. Again, can I just listen to all those people? You're surprised that Eagle fan? Nobody's saying the Eagles, I don't want their comments. It's the negativity. Again, if you want 100% positives, blowing sunshine up your ass, then this is not going to be the channel for you. Because we're going to call my team out as well as your team, right? I said a comment that the sun rises and sets in my backyard too, just like yours. But Dallas Cowboys, Micah Parsons is not at OTAs. He is not. He's doing some traveling. Again, I know it's not mandatory, but this is what happens when the Cowboys do business the way they do. We talked about it. And just to reiterate my point, Hamid, we're not trying to stay relevant, bro. That's the fact of the matter. We could have 4 wins for the next 5 years, which ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen, brother. You better watch out. But we could have 4. Dallas Cowboys is the most visible team. Love them and hate them. They're very visible. They max out with primetime games. I did a video on it. People keep saying they don't have 8. Do your homework. They have 8 primetime standalone games. Yes, they do. I don't know why we're arguing about it. The NFL, everybody who owns a streaming package wants to put Dallas on it. Why? Because of friggin' ratings. People hate them and people love them. They're very relevant, Hamid. I would say that the Eagles need to win to be relevant. Sorry. I know that's going to be a wild statement, but if Eagles aren't winning, nobody talks about them. And unfortunately, I'm not saying I'm lauding it. Now look at this. Yeah, now I busted that ass. Yeah, you ain't sneaking in front of me. Sorry.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, how are you? For Brian.
All right.
Thank you. No big dick Mitch this morning. No big dick. Let's see if we get a hun. Let's see if we get a hun this morning. Let's see if he gets a hun. See, yesterday, it's weird. If I get here before 6 a.m., easy breezy. If I get here after 6 a.m., shit show. Get here before 6. It's my fault. Again, like Twiz, it's my fault. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day, babe.
You too. Now I got a babe. I got a hun and now a babe. Nice. What is going on over here? Oh, sorry. Anyway, circling back. Unfortunately, Hamid, if Eagles aren't winning Super Bowls, which, congrats, bro. What Dallas channel's going to keep saying it? Congrats. But if you weren't winning a Super Bowl and you were as bad as we've won 12 games 3 years in a row, so you guys don't give us any credit for that. It's all about the playoffs, and I get it. But you cannot have one without the other. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is if the Eagles are not winning They're not talking about you. They're not. If Dallas is not winning, they're probably talking about us more. That's just a fact. I hate that as a Cowboy fan. I hate that. I hate it. I hate it. I hate that shit. I really do. So, I'd rather not be talked about as much on me. I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to just tell you in a chat. I'm going to look in the camera and tell you. I'm really being overhyped and under-delivering. I mean, that's just me. I want to be under the radar. I like when Drew says we're going to win 6 or 7 games. I love it because I know the facts. I know what's about to happen. So it's going to be fun. Now, I also know that when the season's over and we don't win a Super Bowl, I know what's going to be said. So I know the story, right, before it's written. I know the ending. And there's always that slim chance Dallas could do something, right? I get it. But I know they're going to be good in the regular season, right? It may not necessarily mean wins and losses early, but I believe Dallas Cowboys are going to be a team to be reckoned with by the end of the year. What does that mean? A team to be reckoned with. You're not going to want to play them at the end of the year if you're trying to vie for a playoff spot. That's just my opinion. I feel they're going to gain momentum. I feel that you're seeing what I've been saying through OTAs with no padded practice, that Kenneth Murray is looking... I have to watch what I say because they don't have pads on. But Kenneth Murray is who they think that he is. And they are loving what they're seeing out of Kenneth Murray, a young linebacking stud who was a team captain on Tennessee, but yet inconsistent. Through OTAs, he's picking it up. Team leader, Jack Sanborn, linebacker out of Chicago. He was the number 3 linebacker there. Fans were up in arms when he signed to a virtually nothing deal with Dallas on a 1-year deal to play with Matt Eberflus. He wanted to play with Flus. So we have some stuff to talk about. I'm done talking. Drew keeps texting me about the secondary. I want to see the Eagles secondary do it for a second year. Okay? But I also want to couch it, guys, and I've said it many times, and you can believe it. You can believe whatever you want. Everybody's entitled. Dallas secondary of the 90s, and I'm comparing the Eagles team to the Dallas Cowboys of the 90s. That's yet another homage to how good I think this Eagles team has been. This year, they're going a little thin. They're relying on some young people. If it all hits, they're not going to miss a beat. If it doesn't all hit, which is probably more realistic, maybe they lose a couple, but win a couple less games. The Washington Commanders won 6 games by 3 points or less last year. Okay? The breaks don't, you know as well as I do, the breaks don't always go that way. That's just the way, the breaks don't always go that way. So, lost my train of thought. But basically, what I'm saying is, a lot of the moves that Dallas has made them a lot more deeper, like 2 years ago, and maybe even more deeper. And what happened 2 years ago? We choked in the playoffs. So, again, when you listen to me, listen to the whole thing. Don't just listen to bits and pieces. You're burying the Eagles with a low-key voice. Well, I bury my own team with a low-key voice. Alright, so it's always about the playoffs for me. Even coming off of a 7-win injury laden, and I'm going to keep it 100. You don't have to. You guys in the chat can say whatever you want. That's your right on this earth, to be vocal and shit on the team that you hate. That's fine. I welcome it. But I'm going to keep it 100 on both sides. And sometimes that's not, nobody wants to hear that. Like a lot of people just want to hear a lot of bluster, like signifying nothing, you know? So, what does it signify? That you can be louder than me? I can be pretty loud. You know, you see my morning drive. Sometimes I had this dude trying to cut me off. You're just now going through the Duncan's line. And I forgot the money shot. Come on, let's get it. There you go. So I'm all over the place. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm just, I'm almost here. I'm all over the place. Let's go. Come on, bro. Let's go. Now you're going to turn without a blinker. Yeah, now I'm going to get sideswiped. I'm going to get T-boned. Oh, sorry. I'm really looking forward to the season. Not for the ending, for the actual season. You know, like Hamid made a comment this morning. Well, he made it the other day. I saw it this morning. Dallas is looking more towards the Eagles game one than the Eagle fans are looking at Dallas. Bullshit. Truth be told, I'd rather be anywhere than in the link on banner night. Sorry. I would rather be anywhere than in the link on banner night. On one hand, I love it. On the other hand, we're in a no-win. See, I look at the negative. We're in a no-win, right? We are in a no-win situation. We are. If we beat the Eagles, Hamid already said it. Don't mean nothing. You're still going to choke in the playoffs, or you're still going to choke. If we lose, we suck. You know. Twiz, what do you think? Come on now. What do you think? This is for Logan. Clear! Oh, sorry. Whew. Whew. I'm all hopped up on Mountain Dew. No, we're not hopped up on Mountain Dew. We're hopped up on the liquid gold. But anyway, that I'm about as far back as I can get. I'm gonna get. Let me see. Anyway, all right, everybody. Twiz, reach out to me. Come on, brother. Game time, Brian at Gmail. I apologize. Nobody's trying to. I do appreciate you. I'll work on a personal. I got to work on emojis. I did see Xander. He did some emojis, so I have to work. I want to do a commando emoji. I want to do an Eagles. I'm not going to do F Dallas or Dallas sucks or an Eagles suck. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go DC for life. I'll do like, I don't know, I'll come up like with something with the birds, with the eagle. I'll do something with the commandos. And I just may do Jesse Montanez's face for the Giants. I might just do that. I don't know. But that's it for me. Apologize, Twiz. You know, there's nothing like that, man. So reach out to me, bro, next time. Say, yo, get your act together, Brian. And I'll get my act together. And if anybody else has any concerns, email me, GameTimeBrian@gmail. Speaking of that, I will do something today. As soon as I go home from work today, yeah, I haven't been going to the gym. I need to get my act together. Maybe next week when the wife's away. I'm going to do a lunchtime chat as soon as I get home today. I guarantee it. I'm guaranteeing it. All right? Talk to you later. Peace.
That Quintamino Bay don't last over here, man. That shit dead.
What is that?
That's what they call Quinyon Mitchell.
What?
You guys are right here.
They said Guantanamo Bay. That's where they said you headed.
Wow.
I said, they crazy.
Y'all ever seen Prison Break?
Stop the cap.
Ever seen Prison Break?
My captain came.
They said, oh, see, now they drag. I think Eagles fans are here.
I don't care. Who's in
They
here?
talking about you going to Guantanamo Bay. Guantanamo Bay.
All right, so
I
here's
ain't
the
never
deal.
been locked down.
I didn't think you had it in you.
I'm your huckleberry.